President Uhuru Kenyatta and his second-in-command William Ruto are expected any time between now and next Monday to unveil the list of their nominees to the cabinet and subsequently forward the lineup to the National Assembly for vetting and approval. The cabinet nominees will be vetted by the yet-to-be-constituted Parliamentary Appointment Committee, whose membership will be drawn from the members of the 11th Parliament based on proportional party strength in the House. The Jubilee Alliance has the majority in the House.
Today we have 216 members of Parliament from the Jubilee and affiliates who have signed with us in our coalition against 133 of the Cord coalition.
The vetting committee shall comprise 29 members, with the Speaker of the National Assembly as its chairman. The Jubilee team has already settled on its nominees to the committee, while Cord was expected to finalize its list by Monday, a day before the House resumes its sittings.
Based on our numbers, we have nominated 17 members from the Jubilee coalition, and 12 members will come from the Cord coalition.
But it is the vetting procedure that could delay the formal appointment of the cabinet secretaries. Speaker of the National Assembly Justin Muturi, who will chair the vetting committee, says there are specific timelines that must be adhered to.
When we are inviting those persons, if we desire to invite them, then we are also required by law to give notice of at least 7 days, so that members of public who may have issues to raise regarding any nominee also have adequate time to prepare and come and give us whatever it is, whatever information they may have about any of those nominees. And therefore, certainly the names may not be on the floor of the House from the time they are submitted earlier than 14 days, or maybe at the very most 10 days.
Sources indicate that Kenyatta and Ruto have already settled on a cabinet of less than 22 members that will have at least 6 women, in compliance with the constitutional requirement that not more than 2/3 of appointive office holders shall be from either gender. The Speaker disclosed that parameters for vetting the cabinet nominees were already in place.
One, of course, is to look at, most importantly, the Constitution, Chapter 6. That must be the starting point for suitability, and then all others regarding competence and ability of a person, what kind of experience, all manner of things. Of course, since we as a committee may not necessarily have anything to do with the moral background of people, and I don't think whether anybody is being appointed as a priest, we will obviously be guided by the existing rules and traditions of the past, both in Kenya and elsewhere in the world.
While the 29-member Parliamentary Appointment Committee will vet all the cabinet nominees at individual level and make recommendations on their suitability or lack of it, ultimately it's members of the National Assembly who will have the final say on the cabinet list.
We have 216 members. So both in the committee we have the numbers. In the whole House we have the numbers. But we don't want to use our numbers to circumvent the Constitution.
And I do expect that Jubilee government will not put Parliament to tyranny of numbers. Although they have the numbers, we expect that they will use those numbers positively to reflect the diversity of Kenya and also to comply with the Constitution.
But in the event that politics now will come to play, that maybe our brothers from the Jubilee coalition will ignore some fundamental questions of integrity and professionalism, then the work of Cord as opposition or official position in Parliament will be to point out to the people of Kenya that the proposed nominees, the proposed names, some of them lack integrity, some of them cannot or do not qualify to serve this country in the positions they are proposed to serve. And then it will be the people of Kenya to judge the kind of cabinet that they will have, or the kind of government that they will have.
Once the National Assembly has vetted and approved the cabinet lineup, Kenyatta will appoint the team that, together with the Deputy President, the Attorney General and himself, will constitute the country's highest decision-making organ. Francis Gashori, Citizen Live at 9.